In the early hours of June 22, 1946, the German army launched a surprise attack on Moscow, the capital of the Soviet Union. Using advanced weaponry and tactics, the Third Reich quickly gained ground and captured key strategic points in the city. The Red Army was caught off guard and suffered heavy losses. The Germans encountered fierce resistance from Soviet forces at the Moscow defense perimeter. The Red Army, led by General Georgy Zhukov, fought back fiercely, utilizing their expertise in urban warfare to slow the German advance. However, the Germans' superior firepower and technology allowed them to slowly push forward, street by street. The Red Army launched a counterattack on the German forces, hoping to regain the upper hand. The two sides clashed in intense battles in the streets and buildings of Moscow. The fighting was brutal, with heavy casualties on both sides. The Germans were able to gain control of the Moscow subway system, which had been a vital means of transportation for the city's defenders. The subway tunnels were used as communication and supply routes, and the German control of them gave them a significant advantage. The Germans launched a massive artillery bombardment on the city, causing widespread destruction and casualties. The Red Army, however, refused to give up and continued to fight back with determination. The Germans succeeded in breaking through the Soviet defenses in the suburbs of Moscow, which allowed them to begin encircling the city. This cut off the city's defenders from crucial supplies and reinforcements. The Red Army attempted to break the encirclement, but their efforts were unsuccessful. The Germans, meanwhile, continued to tighten their grip on the city, launching small-scale raids and attacks on Soviet positions. As the fighting intensified, both sides suffered heavy casualties. The Germans resorted to using gas attacks in an attempt to break the Soviet resistance. The Soviets responded with their own chemical weapons, resulting in devastating consequences for both sides and the civilian population. The German capture of the Kremlin was a major turning point in the battle for Moscow. With the seat of Soviet power in their hands, the Germans gained a significant propaganda victory and morale boost. The fall of Moscow was a major blow to the Soviet Union. The Germans continued their advance, capturing key cities and eventually forcing the USSR to surrender. There are people who affirm that Moscow never fell, and the Second World War was won by the USSR and the Allies. However, this has never been the case. If you remember these different facts, please contact us.